So we got a little Drizzy news. So Drake is the most streamed artist this year. Youngboy Never Broke Again is number 2. Wow, that's surprising. Okay, so far this year, the FlashGOD is the most streamed artist in the country. According to chart data, Drake's music received 1.4 billion streams, barely edging out Youngboy Never Broke Again with 1.3 billion streams. Taylor Swift's 1.2 billion streams came in third. The Weeknd and Juice WRLD are tied at 1.1 billion streams, and Kanye West came in next with 840 million streams. It seems as if everybody loved Drake's Certified Lover Boy because it propelled him to the top of the streaming charts. If Drake closes out the year at the top, this will be the second consecutive year as the most streamed artist in the United States. Last year, Drizzy finished with a total of 8.6 billion on-demand streams, meaning that 1 out of every 131 streams was a Drake song. Earlier this year, Drake became the first hip-hop artist to hit the 1 billion mark on Spotify in 2022. Drake now joins the likes of The Weeknd, Bad Bunny, Taylor Swift, BTS, and Justin Bieber as the only artist to surpass 1 billion on Spotify this year. Wow, that's interesting. That is very interesting. So, Drizzy is the number 1 streaming artist at this point in the year. So I guess last year Drake was the number 1 streaming artist, and so far we're in the month of March and Drizzy is leading again with 1.4 billion streams. As of right now, NBA Youngboy is at 1.3 billion streams and Taylor Swift is at 1.2 billion streams. So this tells me a few things. The first thing this tells me is that hip-hop has surpassed every other genre of music right now as far as the kids are concerned. But it doesn't seem like it's just the kids that seem to be gravitating to hip-hop in this generation. It seems like their parents also are listening to hip-hop, because for Drake and NBA Youngboy to jump over Taylor Swift is incredible. Taylor Swift's a pop artist, so where pop dominated the music industry for so long. I mean, I'm talking about NSYNC, Britney Spears. If an artist crossed over into pop, that means they were going platinum pretty much. And only a few artists did that back in the day. I think Beyonce did it at a certain point. You know, although she's an R&B artist, you know, she was able to cross over into that pop demographic and start really pushing units at a certain point. But as far as rappers crossing over into pop, I guess maybe you could say Nelly did it. Nelly did do that. He went diamond back in the early 2000s. Eminem, of course, because it's pretty self-explanatory why Eminem crossed over into pop as a hip-hop artist. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even have to go into specifics with that. But for hip-hop to jump over pop music in 2022 is pretty incredible, actually. Not only are they over pop music, but also over country music, which also dominated for quite a while. And the only country music artist on this list was Morgan Wallen at number 10, and he had 640 million streams this year so far. And Morgan Wallen, for a lot of people that don't know who he is, he's got the country music scene on lock right now. I actually worked his show at Madison Square Garden. He did 2 nights there, sold out both nights at the Garden. His fan base loves him. Of course, I didn't know who he was, but the guy sold out the Garden twice, so he must be somebody. But the truth is, he's got some hits out there. He's got quite a few hits. I think he won the Country Music Award for the Artist of the Year in country music. But the thing about Morgan Wallen that I didn't know prior to him coming to the Garden is he's a racist. Morgan Wallen is a racist, got caught saying the N-word on camera. I think it was a Ring camera on somebody's house that caught him, you know, spitting that N-word like, you know, like one of these redneck Confederates, you know what I'm saying? But that's neither here nor there. But for Drake and NBA Youngboy to jump over both pop and country in the fashion that they did, I have to tip my hat off to both of those guys. It was a surprise that NBA Youngboy actually is number 2 because of his content and the substance of his music. You know, NBA Youngboy, even though he's from Louisiana, he's a drill rapper. You know what I'm saying? He talk about killing people and getting people killed if they talk to him. He's all about the beef right now. causing drama, calling out a whole bunch of rappers and stuff like that. But I guess that's working. Youngboy was locked up for quite a while going into this year, and as he got released, I guess he's hot on the streets right now. You know what I'm saying? People want to hear from Youngboy. The thing is, NBA Youngboy don't really have no hits, I can say that, hit the radio, but he does have YouTube hits. He is the most watched artist on YouTube. So just like Drake is the most streamed artist, NBA Youngboy is dominating YouTube right now. And I'm not sure, how much money he's making from his YouTube videos, but as far as people watching, you know what I'm saying, he's getting tons of views, man. So, I'm sure he's generating quite a bit of revenue just on YouTube. I didn't expect NBA Youngboy to be number 2 on the list. It's going to be interesting as the year goes along to see where these numbers fall. Will Drake stay at number 1? Will Taylor Swift jump over NBA Youngboy? Where will NBA Youngboy rank at the end of the year? All these things pretty interesting. So I'm definitely going to keep watching. More props to Drake, man. Drake is a machine. He's like LeBron James of the music industry, one of the hardest working men out there. Every season he coming with more hits, you know what I'm saying? So I cannot hate on Drake. Keep doing your thing, Drizzy. FlashGOD, you know what I'm saying? NBA Youngboy, I can't really call it with that. The fact he's number 2, I gotta give him my respect, because that's not an easy thing to do. But I'm not really a fan of his music at all. I really don't know any of his songs. I just know what type of content he's on, and that's not really what I'm on. I'm all about positivity right now, so that ain't really messing with my vibes, I guess you could say. Yeah, man, I wanted to go ahead and put this out there that Drizzy is dominating music once again. Another thing I wanted to say before I close out is that Drake's in that rare era where artists get to a point where people like them so much that they could put out complete garbage and people would still like it. That's where Drake is. I remember Nelly got there for a little bit before people actually realized that his music had gotten pretty trash. I'm a Nelly fan. I like Nelly, so I'm not hating on Nelly. But there was a point where he was trying to cross over into country. He kind of lost his hip hop fans right about that point. He wasn't putting out no more Hot in Here's, and kind of got to a point with Nelly where people couldn't really figure out what he was trying to do. Certified Lover Boy, as far as Drake is concerned, was a massive success. I think some of his other albums were better than this album. That's just me and my personal opinion, but people seem to love it just the same. So I'm not sure what Drake's going to come up with for his next album, but what I can say is that I would love to hear Drake get a little more experimental with his music. It's starting to get a little redundant with the sound. For somebody that's not really a diehard Drake fan, I'm just being very objective about my analysis. So I would like to see Drake kind of go in different directions with his music at this point, because we already see what's working. And like they say, if it's working, don't change it. It don't need fixing. So, hey, as long as Drake is still number 1, hey, I guess you keep it what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't change a thing, Drizzy. But I would love, because I know how talented Drake is. I know he could go other places with his music. Sometimes in the industry, you can kind of back yourself in a corner. People like your style so much that you can't be experimental. You got to do the same thing every time. That's what they expect. They expect another Kiki, Do You Love Me viral dance like the Shiggy. You know what I'm saying? Doing the Kiki Do You Love Me dance. They're looking for another one. So Drake kind of put himself in a certain category with a lot of the marketing moves that he's made, which have made him super successful. But at the same time, people expect a certain thing out of Drake. But Drake looks pretty comfortable in the position he's in. He's number 1. So what can we say about that? Not a damn thing. So yeah, man, on that note, I'm going to go ahead and close it out. FlashGOD number 1 right now in the month of March. We're going to see where it all pans out at the end of the year. But just like last year, Drake was number 1. We're going to see if it carries over to the end of this year and into 2023. So on that note, I'm going to go ahead and close it out. If you like what you're hearing, go ahead and like, subscribe, do all that good stuff, man. So on that note, peace out.